with a lot of love that the and hype that both Avengers 1 have had and now Age of Ultron is having, a lot of people are probably a bit upset about how Joss Whedon, director of both films, will not be returning for Avengers 3. And with new directors, the Russo brothers, Anthony and Joe Russo, who directed Captain America: The Winter Soldier, and they're both supposedly going to be directing part one and part two of Avengers: Infinity War. Um, Besides Joss Whedon doing both the first two Avengers films and also doing the Agents of Shield, and it's supposedly a new show for ABC that's Marvel related as well. I've got to say, in my opinion, it's a good idea not to bring him back for Avengers 3, and I do not mean any disrespect, or I'm not trying to say anything bad about him, but I'm thinking having him only do two Avengers films is a good idea, not because I don't like him, but if you have a director who has done, like, say, two parts of two films of a series, then by the time, say, the third or fourth film, that director who's basically helmed this series will usually start to run out of steam or optimism, or basically just enthusiasm for the product overall. Um, Plus, with how great, say, Captain America: The Winter Soldier was, director-wise, by the Russo brothers, I've got to say that having them do two parts of the Avengers uh 3 and 4 film, I've got to say it's alright idea. Um it'd be saying, like, if you didn't have the final director of, say, Harry Potter, say the 6th, 7th, and 8th film, it's like, say, oh, we had this great director who did great with these films. Oh wait, he did great, but we don't want him back, so we're gonna get someone new. So yeah, I kind of think it's a good idea that even though basically Joss Whedon is basically a consultant for Marvel, and that he is able to give ideas for future Marvel films on how they might connect or work with new films, I've got to say it's a good idea to let Whedon do what he wants so that he can continue on doing what he would like to do, giving new material, and just showing, hey, I'm a great director, I'm a great writer, here's something great and new I'm sure you'll really love. I'm not saying he still loves Marvel, no doubt about that. But once you go to do a certain amount of films, your steam in that series probably will not be as good as, say, the first or second time around. It'd be like saying if George Lucas had directed all of the Star Wars films and hadn't had, say, Irvin Kershner direct Return of the The Empire Strikes Back. I mean, we all know how bad the prequels were. But I'm not saying Josh Whedon's a bad director, but if you have one director basically tied to a series of films for, say, for, like, basically most of his career, you're not going to have as much enthusiasm because you'll eventually get tired and want to do something else. So I've got to say it's kind of a good idea to get fresh and new talent as well to direct future Marvel films, so that there will be great ideas, new material, fresh look at things, and basically just a well-directed future Marvel film. It's That's all I gotta say. What do you guys think? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's okay that Marvel is not having him return? What are your thoughts?